A big night at Happy Valley on the back of a big day at Sha Tin on the weekend. The Longjing Cup is our feature race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Kick-off event for HKIR, which is less than 7 weeks away. Very warm welcome to the show, Manager Joan. Joined in the studio by Paul Lally, our former analyst, and race caller Brett Davis as well. Brett, before we look back on Sunday, looking forward to Happy Valley. We've got some decent last start winners coming back again.
Yeah, we do. The Longjing Cup, as you mentioned, Andrew, is the highlight. So great to have their sponsorship. Boomerang party will continue down in the beer garden as well, so there'll be plenty of on-course entertainment as well as on the racetrack. Yeah, some good racing, and interested to see how it all unfolds.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of interesting first starters and lightly raced horses, Paul, but no jackpots this week?
No jackpots. They all got one last week, so for the Aussie Day when they all managed to win. So no, there are no jackpots to speak of. As you mentioned, a couple of interesting first starters, and we saw a really good first starter in Perfect Glory win, and he's backing up as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes second up with a big weight.
Absolutely. I think Chad Schofields got a couple of good rides on Wednesday night, but we've got a busy show, lots to get through, so we'll launch straight into it. First, looking back on the racing from Sha Tin with our racing review.
Style was the theme of the day at Sha Tin on Sunday, and there were several stylish performances on the track, including that from last season's Horse of the Year, Beauty Generation, who continued his dominant start to the season with the Oriental Watch Sha Tin Trophy.
Beauty Generation purring like a kitten early, roaring like a lion now. Singapore Sling's trying to get him down. Beauty Generation hanging on, and he'll take the Sha Tin Trophy and neck to Singapore Sling.
There was a sense of deja vu about Beauty Generation's achievement, as he had also won the Celebration Cup and Sha Tin Trophy last year en route to his Hong Kong Mile victory. But this time he's won both races carrying significantly more weight. Hong Kong's highest rated horse will now head to the Group 2 Jockey Club Mile on November 18, before he attempts to defend his crown in the Hong Kong Mile and emulate the likes of Monopolize and Good Barber as a multiple winner of the race. Prior to Beauty Generation's performance in the Sha Tin Trophy, it was Hot King Prawn's turn in the limelight as he continued his rise up the ranks by winning the Group 2 Premier Bowl, giving Sam Clipperton the biggest win in his Hong Kong career.
Hot King Prawn clear from Mr. Stunning, 50-50 with a late burst, but it's Hot King Prawn again to do it.
It means a lot to me because it's my biggest success in Hong Kong so far, and it's great to be able to repay a loyal supporter's faith in John Size.
It was Hot King Prawn's stable companion and race favourite iVictory who put in an uncharacteristically poor performance in finishing last, and his rider Zach Purton was unable to offer any excuses.
Yeah, he was very disappointing. Got across pretty comfortably and had a nice run outside the leader, but when I asked him for an effort, there was nothing there.
The road to HKIR will continue on November 4 in the Sa Ladies' Purse, before a full dress rehearsal for it 2 weeks later, with the running of the Jockey Club Sprint, Mile and Cup, as the biggest day in Hong Kong racing draws closer.
Yeah, that shot of Glorious Forever was glorious, winning on the undercard. Let's start with the big two, Brett. Beauty Generation.
Unstoppable.
Weight stops a train, doesn't stop him though, does it?
No, and it's only going to get easier for him, really. Against the local opposition, that's the way, of course, because he will go into the set weight situation now with the Jockey Club Mile, and then, of course, the big one in December. So, look, it was fabulous to see him win again. I thought the run from Singapore Sling was outstanding. They did just run a tick over 133. They're about 2.5 to 2 1/4 lengths outside of Good Barbar's track record. I haven't seen too many milers get that close to that record for some time. So that just really emphasises again, Paul, the quality of the performance of all horses.
Yeah, really good win from Beauty Generation. It's going to be tough to beat when he gets to set weights. And take nothing away from the second horse, though. I thought it was a really good run from him, and he was only fresh up this season.
Yeah, 137 though now, his domestic rating, just a pound off Able Friend.
It's amazing.
Yeah, completely different horse, of course, to Able Friend. Able Friend was more of a sit back and hit them with a massive turn of acceleration, where this guy's just a full-on flat chat type of horse all the way, run them into the ground type. But yeah, he's something.
Very quickly on the sprint, Hot King Prawn now into the 120s. iVictory though, just a complete mystery.
Yeah, a very disappointing iVictory, but really good to see Hot King Prawn take that step up this year.
Yeah, 1,200 metres, no problem at all. They were the big winners on the weekend. We'll see if we can find you some more though now with our horses to follow. All right, lots of very tight competitive racing on the weekend, Paul, so who caught your eye?
Well, I'm going to go with the horse who ran fourth, a horse called Bellagio. He was 3 wide the whole way. He did have a bit of cover down the back straight. I thought it was a good run from him here at 1,400 metres. He stayed on nicely enough. A mile doesn't look outside his realm as well. So I think a win from him looks pretty close. He's only had limited starts here in Hong Kong, and he finished nice. He was sort of almost, at this stage, looked like he was challenging, but he didn't go down by much, and I thought it was a good run from him. So Bellagio, I think Michael Freeman's got a nice one there.
Yeah, Happy Sebring, obviously, back in trip was quite impressive again, coming from last two. Yeah. But, yeah, there's a handful out of that race, I would have thought.
Yeah, Absolute Cool did well from a wide gate as well. What do you find for us, Brett?
I'm going to go with Charizard, a case of mistaken identity for me with this guy in the early stages. I thought he pinged to the front, but it was Everbrave who led, and he got back, having his first start. And just really liked the way he let down. Jenny suggested from the paddock he was a nice enough looker, and gave the impression that he was going to be a nice enough type of horse. And I just like the way he let down here with Honest Way, who was going in second up. This was his first start. Honest Way's already won a few races, one and a couple of seconds. So that was very encouraging from Charizard. Pokemon, I've heard.
Yeah. The other first start, actually, Joyful Contender wasn't the worst.
Exactly, yeah, he was good too.
Yeah, well, we'll take them both. All right, as far as I'm concerned, horse we've seen a little bit of, Dances with Dragon. Keep an eye on the horse in front of him as well with those sort of lilac blinkers.
Oh, no, don't say this again.
That was his first start. He goes OK, but Dances with Dragon, very slow out of the gates, ended up in last, almost, he was detached for a period of the race, gets out wide here and flashes home. Now, I know we've seen a little bit of him, Dances with the Dragon, but this is 1,200. His winning form in New Zealand was 14 and 1,600 metres, so surely they'll find a race for him this season.
It seemed to me, Andrew, like it was all a bit of a rush last season, and then it all fell apart. It's like just take him back to scratch and start again. You know he can run, and that was encouraging. And what was encouraging was the commentary on the third race, or between the third and the fourth race on the fashion show from you guys.
We're the best in the business.
More than excelled yourself.
Bank on Red, Vincent Ho picked up a couple of days for him, 7th to the 11th of November. That is it, though, as far as the suspensions and fines are concerned. So let's launch into Happy Valley's programme on a Wednesday night. 8 races, of course, the feature race being the Longines Cup. We're on the C+3 course for our 14th meeting of the season. The feature race, race number 5, 9:15 locally. So Class 5 of the 1650, get things rolling. Management Star run up course and distance last start. That was his first time in Class 5 company. Never better, first time in Class 5. Money winner yet to win in 19 starts. Travel Ambassador, another one in Class 5 for the first time. Newswire Free has his first start for the season. Tawny finished 5th behind Lupagas over course and distance last time out. The Legend was 4th behind Lupagas, but they were different races. How's the speed look here in the opener, Brad?
Good to slow, possibly Triumphant Light, who was a little awkward to get out of the gates last start, finding the front. Wonderful Tiger, the Legend. Glory Star, if he gets up and going, he's capable of leading this race. He's now in the Jimmy Ting yard. So there's a few possibilities here in the first. The Starlit Night handicap, he's done all right, he's still racing. Got a race named in his honour, Paul.
He has. His Management Star, just a nice, quiet piece of work for him. Zach Purden getting a feel of the horse. He jumps aboard on the back of his good run last start. And it was his first run at Happy Valley as well, so it shows he has got a liking for the city course. Money Winner, I thought, was going nicely. He's a grey closest to us, just working with Dragon General there. Another nice, easy piece of work, but he's already had a couple of runs this season, so he'll be third up, so he'll strip pretty fit. And they are taking the blinkers off him. And Tawny, he's had a couple of good runs at Happy Valley. He's the one closest to us, just going on ever so slightly from our honour. And he's a horse that always works in the morning. It still hasn't won a race yet, but he's getting down to a low rating.
All right, OK, well, let's start off with Management Star. It was a good effort from him last time out. Flashed home behind Lupagas. Triumphant Light, we had him forward in the speed map, but he blew the start here, so a genuine excuse. Yeah,
I'm going to give him another opportunity here, Triumphant Light. I look right back through his form. He's a length and 3/4 off a Happy Sebring when he won his first race, and he won his first race in very similar fashion to what he did on the weekend. We just saw it a moment ago in Paul's Horse to Follow. So I'm going to give him a chance here, Triumphant Light, at a bit of a price of that group.
Yeah, Management Star, I've got on the numbers, so I thought it was a good run there, and if he reproduces that, he'll be right in the finish. It was hit the line very strongly.
All right, Zach Purden jumps on board for the first time. Never Better finds himself in Class 5 for the first time. 1 from 38. He's first up for the season as well.
He is 1 from 38, Andrew, but he's had 7 seconds, 6 thirds and 5 fourths. So 18 times out of 38 he's been in the top 4, and then he's had the 1 win. So he's been almost penalised for his consistency. This is the first time he's got himself into Class 5. Paul O'Sullivan's often take a run. There's Starlit Night himself, actually, in that race, finishing second. But he has given Never Better 3 trials leading in, which is a positive.
Yeah, 2016 was that win. He won by nose. But he did win, got his nose in front, barrier 3, and he's downgraded, so he'll get his chance.
I think he will as well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll head to the trials now, and Happy Valley trials as well. Vara Pearl now back with Tony Millard, and Newswire Free who's first up.
Yeah, Newswire Free, he doesn't win out of turn either. He's only won the 1 from his 34 starts, but another one that has been inconsistent. And Vara Pearl, it was okay trial. They're putting the blinkers back on him, taking the visor off. He's a 4-time winner. He's got barrier 1, so he should get a reasonable run. And as you say, he's changed stables. He's gone back to the future.
Yeah, it's a return to sender scenario, isn't it? From Tony Millard to Michael Freeman, now back to Tony Millard, Vara Pearl. Newswire Free is a winner in Class 4, but I can never catch him. I left both of them out.
All right, OK, first race, Management Star. Favourite to get his first win, Paul?
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers. I've got Glory Star, though, on top. He's now with Jimmy Ting. He went terrible last season, then he came out fresh up and won. And his trials have been a little bit better this time, so we'll give him a chance here to get to the front and win this race. There's plenty of money for him too, 4.8. Never Better, as we mentioned, he'll definitely get his opportunity, and he's really well rated now. Just the 1-time winner, though. Management Star in there for third. It was a really good run from him last time. And Tawny, getting right down in the ratings, has run second a couple of times over this at this course. So 3, 2, 1 and 10, but I'll play exotics.
I wanted to tip Never Better, and initially I did, and then I changed my mind and put Triumphant Light on top because I want something at a bit of value in a race of this calibre. Triumphant Light each way. 2 Never Better's probably the danger with Management Star. And my old mate Easton Prowess, he had an excuse last start. He was lame. I thought he ran OK first up behind Lurper Gas. I'll sneak him in as well. 5, 2, 1, 11. I'm going to play the deep exotics here, the 1, 2, 5, 11 QQP. Go a little wider, spend a little more, but be rewarded, hopefully.
All right, we've all got 2 and 1 in the numbers there, but I think this is Never Better's opportunity here from barrier 3 as well. All right, back with the seconds in a moment. Class 3 contest here over the 2,200 metres.